When I bought my houseboat, I knew it would turn heads, but I didn't expect a full-blown HOA meltdown. I had just moved into a quiet coastal community where the HOA acted like royalty. The moment my solar-powered, eco-friendly houseboat appeared in the marina, emails flew, complaints mounted, and by day 3, the HOA president Cheryl marched to the dock like she owned the ocean. She waved a clipboard in my face, spouting off some imaginary bylaw about aesthetic inconsistency and disrupting neighborhood harmony. I tried to reason with her, but she wouldn't hear it. Instead, she stormed off, and within 10 minutes, I saw red and blue lights flashing on the dock. Apparently, they called 911 to report suspicious marine residents obstructing community safety. I stayed calm. When the officers arrived, I greeted them with a smile and a folder of legal documents. My boat was registered, approved, and even had green certifications from the state. The officers took one look, nodded respectfully, and turned to Cheryl with raised eyebrows. Then it happened. Right as the HOA board was gearing up to gloat, the marina's main power grid crashed. The neighborhood's waterfront homes suddenly lost air conditioning, refrigeration, and, ironically, internet access. My boat? Still running smooth on solar. Neighbors started trickling down to the dock, asking to charge phones, store food in my freezer, even use my Wi-Fi. Cheryl tried to save face, but when her own house lost power and her fridge leaked melted ice cream onto her Persian rug, she came knocking too. I could have slammed the door, but instead, I handed her a cold bottle of water and told her she could plug in just like everyone else. 10 minutes later, the very HOA that tried to have me removed was practically holding a board meeting on my deck, begging to understand how they could install houseboat-style docks and transition to floating eco-homes for the community. I kept it professional, but the irony wasn't lost on me. The woman who called the cops was now pitching me on a neighborhood partnership. I told them I'd think about it, but first, they'd need to remove that complaint from my record and issue a written apology. They agreed. That night, as I watched the sunset from my solar-lit deck with my feet up and a cold drink in hand, I smiled. The same HOA that once called 911 on my houseboat was now asking for docking rights. Life on the water had never been sweeter.